Rim Country News brought to you by Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. Same stop, different horses since 1916. And by Terlucas and Brandt CPA PLLC, with a long history of providing quality CPA services right here in Rim Country. On this Wednesday, August 25th, for Tano TV, K-Rim Radio News, and Global Trails Media, I'm Randy Roberson with your Rim Country News headlines. Well, in a follow-up to our lead story yesterday regarding that shooting in the Safeway Shopping Center parking lot in Payson, well, Payson PD has issued a statement saying early yesterday morning, shortly after midnight, officers were dispatched to the area of Safeway Foods at 401 East Highway 260 for a report of a male subject that physically forced a female into a vehicle at gunpoint. Several Payson police officers responded and were on scene in less than 3 minutes from the time dispatch received the call. Officers located the vehicle in the parking lot and conducted a high-risk stop on the vehicle. After receiving commands from officers, the female driver exited the vehicle. As she was being brought back to a squad car, the male passenger quickly exited the vehicle, turned towards officers, and made a motion as if he was drawing a weapon from his waistband. Well, at that point, officers commanded the male suspect to stop and show his hands. Well, the suspect did not comply with the officers' commands and forced the officers to fire their weapons to stop the imminent threat. Officers immediately rendered first aid and applied tourniquets to the suspect. Payson Fire continued treating the suspect, who was subsequently flown to Scottsdale for his injuries. The 31-year-old white male is from New Mexico and was pronounced deceased at the hospital in Scottsdale. The investigation is going to be conducted by the Arizona Department of Public Safety. The Payson police officers involved are Jared Brennan, who has over 4.5 years of experience, Officer Kyle Bathke, who has 2 years of experience, and Officer Carson Fromm, who has 13 months of experience. Now, per department policy, all 3 officers have been placed on administrative leave. At this time, the name of the deceased suspect will not be released until notification to family members has been made. Now, Payson PD says this is an open and active investigation, and this information is preliminary in this release and subject to change as the investigation continues. No further information is available at this time. Meanwhile, our thoughts and prayers go out to these officers and their families as they work to process what they were forced to do yesterday. And we just thank God that there are men and women out there willing to stand in the gap to protect us all. Well, taking a look at other news from around our region, the body of an 85-year-old man was recovered by police search and rescue teams that was downstream from a creek crossing near Sycamore Creek this past Monday, according to police. Now, the Verde Valley Independent is reporting that Mr. Williams' body was found by Yavapai County Sheriff's Office search and rescue personnel approximately 1/3 of a mile downstream from the creek crossing. Yavapai County Sheriff's Office spokesperson Kristen Green said, quote, "It is believed Mr. Williams drowned while attempting to cross to get to a friend on the other side of the creek." Well, David Williams' car was found unattended near the trailhead at Sycamore Canyon Creek, that according to Green. Search and rescue teams were looking at Sycamore Creek to the confluence of the Verde River after Williams left his home to visit a friend Thursday, August 19th, according to police. His phone was last pinged on Thursday with no further contact since that time. Now, the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office Search and Rescue did have assistance from K-9 units, the Backcountry and Verde Valley Search and Rescue units as well. The Coconino National Forest Service closed Sycamore Canyon during the Raphael fire and never reopened it, the Parsons Trail and the Dogie Trail into Sycamore Canyon, that due to concerns that flash floods in the fire scar area could easily trap hikers. Now, a huge hike in the Verde River flow this past Thursday was attributed to runoff from the Raphael fire. It is believed that he may have tried to cross the wash while thinking the waters from the monsoon had begun to recede. The closure area for the Raphael fire has been reduced to the main area of Sycamore Creek because of the flooding danger that exists since we are still in a heavy monsoon period. The Coconino Forest Service Public Affairs Officer Brady Smith said, quote, "The closure area consists of Sycamore Creek extending 1/4 mile out from the center line of both sides of the creek, terminating at the confluence of Sycamore Creek and the Verde River." Well, coming up, speaking of the monsoons, coming up in Rim Country weather, seasonably warm temperatures with afternoon breezes will persist again today. However, monsoonal moisture is expected to gradually increase. We'll let you know when you can expect that and where here in Rim Country coming up next. You're watching Rim Country News. Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. It's not just a bar, it's a destination. Jake started out as an Arizona stage stop way back in 1916, and folks have been stopping here ever since. Jake's also has been famous as a popular stopping spot for travelers headed to Rim Country or Roosevelt Lake. But as more people discover this historic stop, more and more, it becomes the destination. It was even featured in the 2008 movie Jake's Corner and later featured at the Sedona Film Festival. Ice-cold beers from the tap, imported or specialty beers, a generously stocked full bar, and great food that keeps you wanting to come back again and again. Enjoy a game of pool inside or step out and enjoy the covered patio and outdoor bar with live entertainment and much more. We hope to see you soon at one of the most historic stopping spots in Arizona, Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. It's not just a bar, it's a destination.
Hi, I'm Bobby Davis with the Payson Golf Club. We're working to improve our business in the community of Payson, Arizona. We work with Tolucas and Brandt each week. They help us to move our business along with our accounting and paperwork. Thank you.
Well, taking a look now at your Rim Country 7-day weather forecast. Cool and clear conditions with light winds were taking place across northern Arizona early this morning as a high pressure system sits towards the east over Oklahoma and northern Texas. Dew points are a tad higher than they were at the same time yesterday, which could result in morning low temperatures being in some areas a few degrees warmer than they were yesterday. Now, as the day progresses today, the high begins to weaken in response to a short wave trough expected to make its way through the Pacific Northwest and Northern California and Nevada later today. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to allow a slight increase in monsoonal moisture advection coupled with some cooling aloft, and that's leading to some isolated showers and thunderstorms to develop in the afternoon. Now, coverage for today looks mainly limited to just right along the Mogollon Rim and over into the White Mountains. Everywhere else can anticipate mainly scattered cumulus buildups throughout the day with just the slightest chance for an isolated shower or two possible. Now, with southwest winds picking up tomorrow on Thursday as the trough pushes through the Intermountain West, afternoon and evening thunderstorm activity looks to increase a little here in Rim Country. Isolated to scattered coverage is still expected with limited moisture available. Now, it'll be a similar idea for Friday with daytime temperatures remaining warm, slightly above average for late August. Now, as we head into the weekend, according to the National Weather Service, confidence is shaky in regards to thunderstorm activity. The Weather Service forecast ensemble guidance seems to agree that an increase in instability looks to occur with assistance from some cooling aloft. But will enough moisture actually be available? Well, the national blend of models as well as GEFS members continue to show an increase in monsoonal moisture and therefore thunderstorm development becoming more widespread in coverage for the beginning of next week. However, the ensemble members show a slower increase in moisture with isolated activity at best for this weekend. It is not until Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week that the moisture really picks up sufficiently enough to increase storm activity right here in Rim Country. For now, forecasters have taken kind of a middle-of-the-road approach with extending coverage, but only mentioning slight chances Saturday, with even a bit more coverage extending northward on Sunday. However, those are mainly slight chances. Possibly more activity for next week with higher chances at this time. The National Weather Service forecasters in Flagstaff say their confidence in this timing is, quote, medium. Well, as for temperatures, gradual cooling begins after Friday with cloud cover and storm activity on the increase. Temperatures should reduce to average for this weekend and into early next week. Meanwhile, highs and lows around Rim Country today, well, they should be looking something pretty similar to this. Here in Payson today, you can expect sunny skies with a high near 92 degrees, so kind of a warm one for us today. Light and variable winds becoming southwest 5 to 8 miles an hour this afternoon. Tonight, it'll be mostly clear with a low around 58 degrees. Up on top of the rim at Forest Lakes today, they have a 20% chance for an isolated thunder cell or two up there today, and that'll be developing again mid to a late afternoon today. Their high up there should warm up to around 81 degrees, with the low up there tonight near 53. Down in the deserts of Tano Basin, well, they have an excessive heat warning, and that's going to remain in effect from 10 o'clock this morning all the way until 8 p.m. on Friday. Down there, you can expect some dangerously hot conditions. Tano Basin's forecast high today should be near 106, with a low there tonight only dropping to around 78. And that's what's happening around Rim Country. For Tano TV, K-Rim Radio News, and Global Trails Media, I'm Randy Roberson. Get out there and make it a great Hump Day Wednesday.